Alrighty. We are live at Coletco, Wednesday, April 16th. It's a live Facebook record sale. All right, when you're on and watching, be sure to say hi, just like Kathy, Mike, Alex, Robert, Laura, and John Stotts has so far. Hopefully we get a lot more highs. We will. The highs will come in. Let's go ahead and start sharing and caring. Black Train Jack has left the station. I need y'all's instant feedback on the camera. We have a... Excuse me. I need some instant feedback on the camera. We have a new 4K GoPro. Does it look 4K? Does it look 4K? I don't know. I need y'all to determine. I'm going to click on it here and see how it looks myself. It looks like it's lesser quality to me. Or maybe I don't know. I don't watch it as much as y'all. Okay. All right, let's hit share. Looks the same. Well, thanks for destroying my confidence. Yeah, it looks blurry on mine here too. I don't know. Maybe we've got bad connections, Laura. I've got my settings on auto. Half K? Oh no, 500K. Something about a Slaughter album. Boo-doo. I've got Tool stuck in my head. It's the song that goes, I don't mind. I don't know which one that is, though. It's stuck in my head. It's got a real drogy guitar. I bet Craig can figure it out. Maynard goes, I don't mind. That's all that I've got stuck in my head. I'm sure one of y'all can figure it out for me. I think it's H. Is that what it's called? H period? Right. There it is. Oh no. My GoPro just powered off. Well, that's not good. Hold on a second. It just beeped and said, goodbye, I'm out of here. What is the name of that song? The song's H, yeah. I have no idea what just happened, but let me continue to share these links. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and text Tanner. I'm going to be like, well, we've already got our first failure tonight. Thank you and good night. All right. Let me get this YouTube. I'm almost done sharing links, and then YouTube. All right. Let's see here. Okay. All right, let me turn this thing back on and see what happens. I like that sound. All right. Let me see what Tanner's saying. It auto shut off after about what, 5 minutes? The GoPro auto shut off to about 5 minutes. Okay. Tanner says maybe it's set to do that. Oh boy, that wouldn't be good. Let's see what I've got here. Oh. Well, the screen's black, but it's touching stuff here. Let's see here. All right, I'm going to leave it right there and see what happens, okay? If it shuts off again, I'll go into the settings, all right? All right, here we go. So, let's get started. We have, right off the bat, some cool 80s picture sleeves. We got John Waite's Missing You, $7 start. We got Madonna, Like a Virgin, $7 start. That's our first 280. I sorted through a lot of picture sleeves last night. I got our first stack, and then I found a new box of New Orleans. So I hope everybody's ready. Is Teresa watching? Is Tim Voldness watching? Is William Drugovich watching? Is Robert Warner? Is Craig Thomas? Is Jim B? I've got about 10 people that pretty much buy 45s for 8 hours every night. And if they're not watching, then that's a problem, okay? And we'll just blame it on Paul. And he's bringing me a V8. Oh, that's his. No, I've got a drink. I'm off the blue juice for a few days, if you hadn't heard. So, Amityville Horror. I've never seen that before. We're about to auction it. Yep. All right. And I found a box of 45s for John to sort through later. And here we go. Is these the auctions, or is this? Oh, these are. Paul got the auctions ready? Uh-oh. So I'll have to say, if there's something wrong, I can blame it on you then. All right. Okay, here we go. So a crate and auctions, all right? Yeah. Let me mute my mic for 2 seconds. All right, here we go. So first 2 auctions tonight. Madonna, Like a Virgin. We have this. It's near mint minus and pristine. It is near mint. And then we have John Waite Missing You. That's a $7 start, okay? So here we go. Was this the crate from last night? Yeah, let's start right off the bat with a metal crate we were doing last night. And these are going to be buy it now or best offer, okay? Still got some Japanese stuff here. Here's Paul's auctions. Let me transfer them over, and let's get started, okay? Let me go ahead and mute my mic right quick. Laura's saying her first crate's in progress. We have 4 crates of new vinyl. Is that right? Finally, some of my orders are starting to show up. it's gotten kind of frustrating. I feel like I've ordered stuff for 5 days straight. I've probably spent 20 hours ordering vinyl, and it's just now starting to all show up. So we got 4 crates of new vinyl, and they're truly full of random stuff, not just pre-orders. And then I ordered more last night, and then hopefully we'll have a bunch of waiting lists tonight. And when we reorder, I'll have even more for tomorrow, Friday, and then the next day after that will be Monday. So here we go. I think this is metal stuff that I was doing last night. Buy it now, best offer. So let's continue with it. We have, and you will know us by the Trail of the Dead. This is sealed on blue vinyl, $19.99. Yeah, that's all true. My distributors have pretty much said things are going to be off the week of Record Store Day and the week after Record Store Day for you, because you didn't get any of the Record Store Day stuff, and there's not much coming out. There hadn't been much restocked, so it's been kind of weak for new vinyl the last couple weeks if you're not on Record Store Day. So there's hardly any new releases on Record Store Day except for Record Store Day. The week after Record Store Day is like the weakest week ever. Plus, they're not repressing anything yet. So the next week, being next week, it should start getting back to pretty much normal, where we have 4 or 5 crates of new vinyl every night. If not, then they've really lagged. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to put the new GoPro up. So yeah, this is like on some kind of auto setting. Man, I just got started. Tanner's like, if it keeps cutting off, you might just have to plug the old one back up. All right, let me try to fix this right quick, okay? It's on some kind of power off setting, so let me try to figure this out. They probably didn't get this far to realize, they tested all this, but they probably didn't realize it was duration, no limit, timer off, shutter, wind, shortcuts. There's no thing that says auto balance or timer off. There's nothing that says automatically shut off. Plus, we're on 4K mode. Linear. I'm going to have to schedule capture. They probably didn't have it on long enough to know that it's going to do this. ProTune, bit state, shutter, auto. We don't need any of that. White balance, wind, lower left, lens. I don't see anything that's auto timer. Timer. That's just like if you're recording, though. I don't know if this one's made to like be on all the time like a camera without auto shutting off. I don't know. I don't see any setting on here. Let me ask him where the other one is. Hold on one second. Let's see here. Let's see here. Hold on, let me try to figure this out. Basic, standard, activity. Activity, maybe? Activity. Let's see what that does. Duration, no limit. What did that one say? Duration, no limit. That's what I want. Duration, no limit. Standard, activity. Cinematic. I'm blind. All right, now what does this do right here? High, normal. All right. Ultra slow-mo. Duration. Shutter. Wind, low. All right, what is this? All right, let me just try a different mode and see what happens. No battery. We're plugged in. It's 100% powered. All right, and then let's put the audio cable back in here, or this should come back. All right, we'll see if it goes to sleep. If it goes to sleep, I may just have to hook the other one back up. Okay. We'll see what happens. Plus, it's in cinematic 5.3K, and it still looks like it's in 360. So, okay. So this was, we got about 5 minutes before this camera shuts off again. So, possibly. Let's go back to the top. Madonna's a final call to Paul Brothers for 7. And Tom Waits, sorry. All right, so we have High on Fire. I've already discounted this last night to $28. I've got one left if anybody else wants it. High on Fire, Cometh the Storm, hot pink and brown vinyl. So we had one last night I sold for $28, one more left. And if you missed this first record, it's sealed on blue vinyl, $19.99. I'll go ahead and discount it. Will anybody pay $15 for this? We've got 3 left. They're sealed, and you will know us by the Trail of the Dead. Bleed Here Now. $15. I've got 3 of them. High on Fire's $28. I've got 2 copies of Autopsy. Autopsy? I discounted this last night for $20. I've got 2 more if anybody else wants one. Ashes, Organs, Blood, and Crypts. I'll do those for $20 if anybody wants one. We sold one last night for $20. High on Fire sold to Rob Shaw for $28. Trail is sold to Sean Fairweather for $15. And we also have Dryad. Dryad is sealed in glow-in-the-dark vinyl. That's $24.99. I'll mark them down to $20. New sealed, The Abyssal Pain for $20. Richard Ziner will also take, and you will know us by the Trail of the Dead. That's sold to him for $15. Now there's one left. There's 2 Autopsies. There's 2 Dryads I'll do for $20. And there's 3 Dryads I'll do for $20. I also have Intro Knot, Fluid Existential Inversions. This is sealed on green vinyl for $24.99. I'll go ahead and mark this down to $20. Now that's $20. Also, we have Skull Fist. We sold 1 or 2 of these last night. I've got one left. I'll go ahead and do that for $20. Paul Brothers says he'll take a Trail for $15. Rebecca Howe said she'll take a Dryad for $20. Autumn Betts will take an Autopsy for $20. Paul Brothers gets the first 45 of the night, which is Madonna, for $7. Is that John Waite? John Waite's now a buy it now. Missing You is just $7. Missing You for $7. Let's go ahead and put up our next single. How about music from Amityville Horror, Amityville Frenzy? And this is double-sided. It's a promo, mono stereo. Never seen this before. American International Records, Amityville Horror. Music from Amityville Horror. That's going to go up for a $7 start. Also, Rebecca got, I've already sold out of Trails, unfortunately, but I do have another single here. Awesome. This is Guns N' Roses, Sweet Child of Mine. Wow, pretty cool. And this is been in a jukebox, so it's got some odd-looking scuffs. We're still going to put it up in for a $7 start. $7 start. I've got a bad feeling this GoPro is about to automatically shut off again. But anyway, Guns N' Roses is a $7 start. Patty Williams gets John Waite, Missing You for $7. Thank you. And does Autopsy have what on it? I don't know. I don't see that one on here. No. What an interesting song. It does have Throat Saw, though, and Toxic Death, F-U-C-K. So there's some interesting tracks on there. Amityville has a bid for $7. Also, we have Craft. This is F-U-C-K, The Universe, $34.99. I'm going to mark these down to $25. I'm going to mark these down to $25. Amityville Horror, 1979, single. It already has a bid for $7. Guns N' Roses, Sweet Child of Mine, VG Plus vinyl, that has a bid for $7. The first Japanese, we're about to do that right now. First, let me move some more of these 45s around. And then I got a killer David Bowie single to put up. Give me 1 second. I'm about to transfer Paul's auctions into the auction crate. That way I can get to the Japanese. And man, did he tag some good auctions. He's already bought a crate up here. Laura's working on a crate. I'm working on a crate. Everybody's working on crates except Ed. Ed, why aren't you working on a crate? Oh, there went the GoPro. All right, let me swap these out because I don't know how to turn it off this sleep mode. I don't know if this is... let me plug up the old one right quick. This is going to be a challenge because I'm going to have to remount it and stuff. All right, let me work on this for a second. I have no idea how to take it off sleep mode. Tanner says he's not sure unless he's here. So let me disconnect this thing. And how do I get it off here? Okay, there's the mount. I think this unscrews. I'm sure y'all heard that beat. Or heard that beep. All right, let me get it off this stand without breaking something. That's the next thing. Golly. Am I going to have to get a screwdriver? Is that what this tool is right here? Is this a screwdriver? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Y'all can still hear me in bed. You just can't see anything. This thing's already really hot. But yeah, I don't know what's up with that. So maybe they can figure it out later. All right. Let's go back to the Old Faithful. Oh no. Is it going to fit in this mount? Okay. Let's go back to Old Faithful. We've been using Old Faithful here for a couple years. And we're going to have to go right back to her. Here's Old Faithful. We're screwing her in right now. All right. Old Faithful, please don't shut off. There's the new... Sorry, buddy. Not today. Not today. You're costing me too much money. Okay, where did we get to? I left off by saying Amityville 7, Guns N' Roses 7. Autumn Betts wants a craft. I have marked down craft to $25. They were marked $34.99. That is craft. That is $25. I've got 3 left. And then we have Amityville 15, Amityville 20. And now we have Guns N' Roses, a final call for $7, okay? Guns N' Roses is a final call for $7. VG Plus with the picture sleeve. Just saying, okay? Next in here was Riot, Fire Down Under. We actually sold 3 or 2 last night as sticker. These are orange vinyl, $29.99 for Riot. This is a buy it now best offer bin. Tomb, Terror Wins. Tomb is sealed for $19.99. Guns N' Roses has another $7 bid. Amityville Horror has a high bid of $20 with Jared Benoit. Also, we have Periphery. And Periphery's on blue and white vinyl sealed, $29.99. Let me mute my mic for 1 second. All right, sorry, Ed was giving me some troubleshooting. He was back there doing some research. Yeah, I think it's getting too hot because it felt like it was on fire when I picked it up. Okay, we have Horndal. That's sealed on rust-colored vinyl, $19.99. Now Guns N' Roses is at $8 with Rebecca, Paul Brothers, You've Been Outbid. Tomb is sold to Rebecca for $15. What about Amityville Horror? The last bid on Coletco Horror was Jared Benoit at $20, and now that's a final call. We have 2 copies of Horn Doll, and we have this. It is Blasphemous Pure Faction, Prelude to Perversion, $19.99. Also, we have Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. That is sealed on red and yellow split for $24.99. And it's Sean After. This is a 2021 Record Store Day, maroon colored vinyl, $19.99. Ulthar, that is unopened for $29.99. And we still got a copy of May, which is a motion picture soundtrack. That is sealed for $29.99. Tickets for Doomsday. I actually sold one of these last night for $18. And we have Blasts, which is Blasphemous Pure Faction. That's sold to Rebecca for $15. And Mammoth 2 on yellow vinyl, $24.99. Jared Benoit, you get Amityville Horror for $20. Never seen that single before. Now, Rebecca, you're out on Guns N' Roses. The high bid's $10 with Paul Brothers. The next single I have to put up for auction is going up right now. It is David Bowie, Blue Jean on blue vinyl. This is a cool release. This is Blue Jean on blue vinyl. This is a $7 start. David Bowie, Blue Jean, beautiful picture sleeve and vinyl, $7 start on that. Guns N' Roses is sold to Paul Brothers for $10. There's David Bowie. He's a $7 start. Our first Japanese pressing of the night is going to be a compilation from the Beach Boys. This is called Spirit of America. Awesome compilation here. Great track listing. And this is going to go up for a $35 start. There's the LP. There's the Japanese booklet. There's the cover and obi. $35 start. Riot was sealed on orange vinyl for $29.99. And then Jared Benoit, we've already marked down Craft to $25. So Craft was $34.99. I've went ahead and said I would do $25 on those. So that's $25. As Chad seeing my comment. John, I can see you. If you've asked me something or said something, I don't know if you've noticed, but the first half hour of the show has been completely hectic. So unless you've been bidding or buying, I probably hadn't seen any comments, questions, concerns, statements, opinions, or any other form of communication. Next thing is ZZ Top Legs. This is going to go up for a $7 start. It is extremely nice. It is EX Plus near it minus. There is an old piece of retail tape on the, or a old tape, not retail tape, but a piece of tape on the back. I don't know why, but now that's off, and that's going to go up for a $7 start, okay? Now, we have Bowie at $8, and then Greg Preston. I will say the last right we have for $23. Sell that to Greg Preston for $23. Let me find it, and I'm going to sell it to you. And then next is Hiram gets a Craft for $25. Now, Bowie's at 9 and ZZ at 7. Sean Fairweather says he'll take a Tomb for $15. We're starting off Wednesday night, a normal Wednesday night with a Tomb. With a crate of metal. I guess you could call it a tomb of metal too. Alrighty. Okay, so first thing we have here left, we still got a Dryad, which I've already reduced to $20. Those were $24.99. I sent some of the mail for you and Paul. Thank you. I'll be on the lookout for it. I have Intro Knot, Fluid Extensible Inversions. I think my mom had sent me a message earlier today saying that you called and sent me something as well. I will be on the lookout for it. Thank you. My mom has sent me probably anywhere between 30 and 55 messages today. I've looked at about 7 of them, maybe 5, the most recent ones. She pretty much narrates everything that goes on here throughout the day. She'll text me any kind of phone call that came in for me, any kind of person that came in the store and asked for me, anybody that dropped something off for me to look at, anybody that wants to drop off something to look at, anybody that possibly called or came in, and then I have to sit down about one time every night and try to figure out what exactly happened here. Not everything I get translated straight to me that I can understand, though. Skull Fist is $20. That was $24.99. We have Autopsy. That's now $20. We've already sold a couple of those tonight. And we have Craft. Jared Benoit said he will take one for $25. All right, ZZ Top's now at 9. Final call on David Bowie for $35. And we have Bowie at 12, Bowie at 13. ZZ Top's at $9. There's one craft left if anybody wants it for $25. Also, Periphery. This is where the camera just went off earlier. This is Degent is not a genre. This is blue and white, $29.99. Easter dinner. Yes, she's been asking me what I want for Easter dinner, what desserts, what dishes, when I'm going to be up. Is anybody else coming? What time am I going to be there? What time do I plan on leaving? And I'm like, holy moly, I'm just trying to get this GoPro camera to work, Mom. We have Horndahl. This is sealed on rust vinyl, $19.99 for Horndahl. I've got a couple of those. Dryad is sold to Hiram Aponte for $20. We have Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. That is sealed for $24.99. Also is Sean After. This is $19.99. Now Bowie's at $15. Also, we have Ulthar. That's unopened for $29.99. May is sealed for $29.99. And tickets for Doomsday, we've already discounted that to $18. And Mammoth is yellow vinyl, $24.99. All right, the Beach Boys is a buy it now for $35. Best 20, Spirit of America. Awesome Japanese compilation there. If you don't buy this, you're going to be square. And you don't want to be square. You want to be round like a record. Here comes Paul with a major announcement. And time's up. We have Beach Boys, a $35 buy it now. Also, we have Bowie at $15. I was watching that guy that used to sell cards on the Home Shopping Network back in the day. He's kind of my inspiration. I was watching some like big hype videos. Have you ever seen that guy back in the day? He used to sell sports cards on there. Like, this is the deal of a lifetime. If you don't buy this, you're going to wake up in the morning feeling just absolutely terrible. So I'm going to bring out that inner beast and start doing some of that kind of stuff tonight, okay? Here we go. Do you have a copy of Mammoth 1? I do not. Not in stock. No, but I think they are in print if you're interested. Let's put up another Japanese pressing. Everybody's already disappointed me because you didn't wake up with the Beach Boys or you didn't buy the Beach Boys. And now you're going to wake up in the morning wishing you could listen to Good Vibrations and you're not going to have it. And then your day's going to be ruined because you can't listen to the Beach Boys. Now, do you want to buy the Beach Boys or do you want your day to be ruined? That's a decision you have to make. Here's another record. This is Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, a Japanese pressing. The vinyl's near mint minus and pristine. It has a really nice cover. It has an original inner sleeve. No insert. It's a $35 start. That's now up for bid. Nobody else bid on ZZ Top, so that's officially sold for $9 to Patty. However, they are still bidding on Bowie. The final call was Pamela Yeager for $15. This is on blue vinyl, and that's a final call for $15, okay? If anybody else wants anything in there, you can be my guest. If you don't want to be my guest, then you don't have to buy anything. Next thing is some buy it now 45s. Here's the first ones I've got for you. These are all $6.99. First come, first serve. Buy it now, $6.99. This is Steve Perry, Oh Sherry. This is $6.99. First thing we have is Huey Lewis in the News. If this is it, what a cool picture sleeve. Julian Lennon, Too Late for Goodbyes. Donna Summer, The Wonder, and Hall & Oates, Method of Modern Love. I told y'all I had some awesome 80s picture sleeves tonight. Flashback to the 80s, back when times were better. $6.99. Those are all available for buy it nows. I'm going to go ahead and swap out crates. Beatles is a $35 start. Here we go. And this is a new crate coming up. Let me find it. Let's find a crate to go through. Let's go through one BINBO, shall we? This is, I think, from the other night, which has some really good stuff in it. I think it'd make a great buy it now best offer bin. If in case you didn't know, that's what BINBO means. That means you can buy it now or you can make a best offer. Buying it now would be your best bet, because if you miss out on it, then you're going to be mad once again. Why did I just not go ahead and buy it now? I waited to make an offer, and then I missed it. So that's a decision you have to make, though. And you're about to have to make about 70 of those decisions on this crate. These are first come, first serve, buy it now, best offer. First thing we had in here was the Beatles has a bid for $35, and that's with David V. 63. That's at $35. And now Patty's first on Steve Perry for $6.99. And then Brian Call was second. Michael Ruttman first on Huey Lewis. Brandon Lack third on Steve Perry. Richie Lander first on Julian Lennon. And we have next Cheryl, we've already sold John Lennon. And Cheryl, we've sent you an invoice. Make sure you can pay that tonight before I sell you anything else. It should be sent to your email, okay? So Ed sent you an email with an invoice earlier today. Go ahead and pay that, and then when you're good and caught up, I'll go ahead and sell you anything else you want. Next is Jeff Beck Group. This is VG Condition, $9.99. That's on yellow vinyl. VG Condition, $9.99. Jack Bruce Silver Rails. Jack Bruce is VG Plus, $19.99. This is all buy it now or best offer. Also, we have Willie and the Red Rubber Band, EX Edition, $14.99. Willie and the Red Rubber Band, EX Edition, $14.99. Let's go ahead and sell David Bowie. David Bowie is officially sold. And this is sold to Pamela Yeager for $15. We're definitely about to sell the Beatles. It's at $35 with David V 63. Next is Brian Call on Jeff Beck. That's sold to Brian Call. Thank you. Also, we have Wet Willie 2 by Wet Willie, EX Edition, $17.99. Capricorn Records, original under sleeve. Let's go ahead and put up a couple more 45 auctions. I have next coming for you. Why Don't You Start Me Up? This is the Rolling Stones. It does have this really ugly looking scuff right here. Hope y'all can see that. I've kind of ran my finger across it. It's a non-feeler, but it is quite ugly. Nice crisp picture sleeve though, $7. And check out this one. Don't Do Me Like That. Tom Petty from Damn the Torpedoes. Don't Do Me Like That. That's a really cool picture sleeve. That's also going up for a $7 start, okay? Next thing we have is Wet Willie 12, Wet Willie 12, and Tony McDaniel was first. Let's go ahead and sell that to Tony McDaniel for $12. Bill Stewart, you were second. Jim Capaldi is EX Edition, $12.99. Jim Capaldi Fierce Heart, that's EX $12.99. And we have Harvey Mandel, The Snake, EX Edition, $17.99. Also, we have The Doors 13, VG Condition, $14.99. Cheryl Barnes, if you can hear me, you just try to make an offer on Wet Willie. I need you to go pay for the invoice that we sent you today that we talked about last night. Ed has sent you an invoice to your email. Let me know that you've got that. Please go ahead and pay it. And when you come back, I'll continue to sell you any record that you want. Okay? James Gang Passing Through in shrink wrap, EX Edition, $17.99. It's on ABC Records, very clean. This is a buy it now best offer bin. Next is Tom Petty, The Rolling Stones. Greg Bedinger says I was Q. And then we have David V getting the very nice Japanese pressing of the Beatles for just $35. That's kind of surprising, but I'm going to go ahead and put up another Japanese pressing, and then another Japanese pressing, and then another Japanese pressing until they're all gone. Next thing in here, this is a buy now best offer bin. This is Lewis Paul, VG Plus Condition, $12.99. Lewis Paul, Enterprise Records, that's VG Plus. That is $12.99. Let me back this camera up a little bit. I still think it's too close. Let me do it like this. That's somewhat better. Like that. That looks pretty good to me. Okay, next is The Outsiders, Time Won't Let Me, a classic. VG minus, $9.99. This is a buy it now best offer bin. Psychedelic Lollipops, Blues Magoos, EX $22.99. It is a reissue, we believe a vintage reissue, but it could be a modern reissue. Kind of tough one to tell. I also see that they didn't take the light bulbs out from behind me. I'm about to go get a ladder live during the sale, come over here and unscrew all these light bulbs up above me. That's what it's gonna have to take. The glare not only I think is bothering y'all, but it's almost like brutal for me to watch this monitor. It's like it's a flashlight right in my face. The Doobie Brothers is called Stampede, VG Plus, $14.99. Autopsy, I think there's one left. Let me find that crate. Autopsy. What happened to that crate? An Autopsy for $20. That would be a great deal if you actually had to go pay for a real autopsy, I guess. I don't know what those actually cost. What does an autopsy cost? Sealed for $20. That'd be a weird Google search. Autopsy is sold to B-Sides for $20. Next thing we have, the next question was Doors Pricing Edition. The Doors is right back here. This is the Doors 13, VG Condition, $14.99. VG Condition, $14.99. Tom Petty 8. Patrick. Brian Call said Patrick, $14.99. Let's see here. We have What was Patrick? Let me know on that, okay? Now, the first thing we have is San Francisco Medicine Ball, VG condition, $9.99. So the next comments were the following. Tom Petty, 7. Rolling Stone, 7. Tom Petty, 8. Okay, and then Brian Call put Patrick, $14.99. And then next thing is Tom Petty, 9. Doors, Patrick Fu is at 12. Patrick Fu, Doors is at 12. That's so to him. And then we have the 5-Man Electrical Band. This is a white label promo, EX edition. This is $17.99. It is a white label promo. And we have Tonto's Expanding Headband, Zero Time, EX edition, $32.99. And the Savage 7, Cream, Iron Butterfly, that's a sealed soundtrack, $24.99. Also, we have Oscar, Twilight Asylum. That's a sealed copy, $9.99. So the Rolling Stones only had one bid. That's sold to Paul Brothers for 7. The Tom Petty's now at 9 with Patty. It's back out. We are waiting for Pamela. It's between Pam and Patty. We have the Shock and Blue for $24.99. This has their song Venus on it. Now, if this didn't have a sleeve on it, it'd still have glare, but it's not the best. I'm curious what's causing most of it. It's these lights. I'm going to have to go unscrew all these bulbs tonight. Somewhere there's a miscommunication between whoever I keep asking, not to mention any names, to unscrew all these bulbs, Tanner. I've asked Tanner, I said, Tanner, will you please come in the morning and unscrew all these bulbs back here? I don't want any lights. These first 2 rows, I want them all unplugged. Jethro Tull, we're going to have to go to like call an electrician or something. We have Jethro Tull, $29.99. And Kings of the Boogie Canned Heat, $24.99. Where's our big ladder, Ed? Ed, do you know where our tall ladder is? Okay, it's right there. At least it's close to me. I might try to get that thing over here in a minute because I don't know if I can do another 8 hours of being blinded again. Next thing we have is Billy Preston. I mean, it like reflects up in my, see, like right there. Boom, it's like right in my eyes. It's worse than it ever has been. I don't know what's changed. Billy Preston, Music Is My Life. Billy Preston's $14.99. And the Tom Petty, Pamela's now at 10. Also, we have The Best of Otis Redding. This is on clear vinyl, $34.99. The Best of Otis Redding, $34.99. And Sweet Comfort Band, Hearts of Fire, $14.99. This is a buy it now best offer bin. Doors audiophile, we have Morrison Hotel, Waiting for the Sun, and Self-Titled. That's the audio file we have. And Strange Days. We got all of them. We got all of them. We have The Name is Bootsy Collins, $24.99. I can't believe some of these not only hadn't sold, but hadn't gotten offers yet. $24.99 for Bootsy Collins. Next thing we have here is Tom Petty. That is sold to Pamela Yeager for $10. Thank you, Pamela. That is sold to you. We have Chick Corea and Return to Forever, Light as a Feather. Chick Corea is $19.99, red Polydor label. It's time to put up some more auctions right quick. Next is Glenn Fry. These are pretty cool here. We're going to auction them both at the same time. One's from Miami Vice, You Belong to the City. Glenn Fry, that's a $7 start. And The Heat Is On, also Glenn Fry from Beverly Hills Cop. Glenn Fry doing some big movie and TV themes there. $7 start. Glenn Fry, You Belong to the City, and Beverly Hills Cop. I guess you should put probably Miami Vice, MV, or BC for Beverly Hills Cop, okay? Next is IKO. This is a 2005 US Disco Glam, $14.99. IKO. All right, let's go over here. Next thing we have is Melanie Jennings on Bootsy for $19. That's sold to Melanie Jennings for $19. And Miami has a bid for $7. What is this? It's the Beach Boys. Dave Soretin, it's only $35. Now, if you buy it, I'm going to be very happy. If you don't buy it, I'm going to be extremely disappointed. Spirit of America, Japanese pressing, $35. Tom Petty, Southern Accents, $34.99. Tom Petty, Southern Accents, $34.99. Also, the band and Bob Dylan, Before the Flood, that is $24.99. We're going through a buy it now best offer bin. Everything in here is first come, first serve. Next is Boogaloo Joe Jones, VG Plus, $49.99, 1971 Soul Jazz. Man, I could tell some people were dying to make an offer on this the other night. I said, it's sticker price. It's sticker price. They were dying to make an offer on it. There it is. The Kinks, a complete collection, 20th anniversary edition, $19.99. Brian Call gets Bob Dylan. That's sold. Miami Vice has one bid for $7. No bid on Beverly Hills Cop. And Fleetwood Mac Tusk is $29.99. Next auction is Jay Giles, a Japanese pressing of Sanctuary. This is going to go up for a $35 start. The vinyl is near mint minus and pristine. J. Giles Sanctuary. There's the Japanese insert, cover, and obi. $35 start on that. Brian Call on the Kinks. That is sold to Brian Call. Thank you. That's sold to you. Next Japanese auction is going up right now. It's Peter Frampton breaking all the rules. Peter Frampton's going to go up for a $35 start. The vinyl is near mint minus and pristine. Japanese pressing has the Japanese insert with it. Cover and obi, $35 start on Peter Frampton, breaking all the rules, a $35 start. Next thing is George Benson in flight. This is $14.99. George Benson in flight, $14.99 for George Benson. Also, Jimi Hendrix, smash hits, no poster, very clean copy, $34.99. Man, there's so many great titles in here. And all you got to do is make offers, fair offers, reasonable offers, and I'm going to sell them to you. Massachusetts, the Bee Gees, 1973 UK, $19.99. Miami Vice, just one bid with Patty Williams, sold $7. Nobody on Glenn Fry, The Heat Is On. Beverly Hills Cop, that's $7. Also, Michael Nesbitt from the Monkees, that's $14.99. Next thing we're going to do is some buy it now $6.99 singles. The first one I have is the Archies, a cardboard cutout record. Sugar, Sugar, I believe. Also, Dolly Parton, Don't You Call It Love. We've got Kenny Rogers and Sheena Easton. We've got Tonight. The Fix, Are We Ourselves. Shaka Khan, This Is My Night. And Radar Love by Golden Earring. That's some great other hit records there. Those are all $6.99 each. Back up the top, first thing we have, the next new question was how much was IKO? IKO was right here. Rebecca, that was $14.99. Next is Frampton, a studio album. I'm pretty positive it is, yes. Condition of Tom Petty. Are you talking about Southern Accents? EX++ near mint minus. It is absolutely gorgeous and in shrink wrap, $34.99. Next is Brian Call. He gets BGs. That's sold to Brian Call. Next is Tony McDaniel put A for Archies. This is sold to Tony McDaniel for $6.99. Jason Boakes will put HE for GE. Golden Earring, sold $6.99. Bill Keenum wants Michael Nesbitt out of the crate, sold. Michael Ruttman on Fix for the Fix, sold. Teresa second on Radar. Melanie next on Golden Earrings. And IKO is sold to Rebecca for $10. Michelle next on Radar Love. Peter Frampton, $35. Greg Preston gets Tom Petty for $27. That leaves Shaka Khan, Kenny Rogers, Dolly Parton, Sheena Easton. Next record in here was Early Steppenwolf, Live at the Matrix, VG Plus $14.99. And Half Nelson, VG Plus $14.99. Peter Frampton does have a bid for $35. Final call to David Johnson. Jay Giles has no bid. Final call on Jay Giles for $35 to lock in a bid. If not, here's our next auction. We have Back on My Feet Again. That is the Babies and Madonna, Crazy for You. We're about to start putting up New Orleans. I see some of the New Orleans buyers are on. I have a brand new fresh box. Madonna, Crazy for You, a $7 start. Back on My Feet Again, one of the best songs here by the Babies. That's going to go up for a $7 start. This is a buy it now best offer, Ben, and it's been a good one. But my biggest question so far to everybody watching is, have you hit the like button on Facebook? Have you hit the like button on YouTube? I'd greatly appreciate it. All right. Also, on YouTube, has anybody seen an ad on YouTube yet? Has anybody seen an ad on YouTube? Paul Brothers wants the Kenny Rogers. We've got Tonight. That's sold to Paul Brothers for $6.99, okay? We have Babies is at $7. And we have Babe Ruth. And this is EX edition, $12.99. What was the condition of Boogaloo Jew Jones? That was a solid VG Plus condition. Solid VG Plus condition on that. No ads on YouTube. I saw an ad. Okay, just doing the test. We have Leo Kottke Greenhouse, EX edition, $17.99. Excuse me, EX $12.99. Also, we have Eagles, their greatest hits, VG Plus $19.99. VG Plus $19.99. The Eagles and Focus, In and Out of Focus, VG Plus $14.99. Quincy Jones, The Dude. VG Plus, $9.99. Quincy Jones, The Dude, Shrink and Hype. Let's go back to the top, and let's see. Peter Frampton, 35. Baby, 7. Peter Frampton, 40. Jay Giles, 35. So, David, you've been outbid on Peter Frampton. Bill's in on Jay Giles. And then Greg Herman said, Crazy for You, 7. That's Madonna. Bill Herman's in at 7 on Madonna. Beautiful copy. And then Peter Frampton, 41. Rod Bryan offered 8 on the Bambino. That is sold to Rod Bryan, $8. And then Quincy Jones has an offer from Jason for 15. That is, hold on a minute. Jason, that was marked VG Plus $9.99, just FYI. And then David V on the Eagles. That's sold to David V. Thank you. And then Peter Frampton, 45. And then Madonna is at 8 with Pamela. All right, so here's where we're at. I'm going to go ahead and sell Jay Giles to Bill Samus for 35. And now we got a bidding going on Peter Frampton. We got some bidding going on Madonna. But the Babies is a final call to Brian Call for 7. For 7. Mickey Mantle's number, 7. Next thing we have is ELO, a new world record. VG Plus, $26.99. Electric Light Orchestra, a new world record. Boogaloo, sold to Grog over on YouTube for $40. And then I'm testing No More, No Less. Yeah, you was trying to pay me more. I'm telling you, I won't let you pay me any more. That's just the way things work around here. That's sold to Jason Boxel for $7. And Dr. John, the Night Tripper, VG condition, $19.99 for Dr. John, the Night Tripper. We're going through a buy it now best offer bin. Man, there's some cool records in here. Hope everybody's got their fingers flying and tapping in bids and requests and offers and comments and curiosities and statements and opinions. Next thing we have is Eric Clapton, August. This is going to go up for a $35 start. The vinyl's near mint minus and pristine. It has the Japanese insert. Here's the gatefold cover. It is a top Japanese pressing. Nothing wrong with that one. $35 start on that. Brian Call, you get the Babies for 7. Live electronic music improvised. A 1970 US VG Plus, $74.99. Madonna's at 11. Brian Call, I'm going to sell you Dr. John for 15. Outsiders, the VG minus copy. Let's go ahead and sell that for $7. $7. That's right back here. Time Won't Let Me. That's sold to David V for 7. And we have Trampled by Turtles live at First Avenue. And this is VG Plus, $49.99. $49.99. Okay, next auction is going to go up right now, and it's Take On Me by Aha. And this is going to go up for a $7 start. Love is the Reasons, the flip side. Aha, Take On Me, $7 start. What about Frampton? Where did we get to on Frampton? Bill Samus bid 45. David Johnson, it's back to you. Now, that was a fantastic crate. Oh, there's 2 more records. Hold on. Linda Cohen, Lita. EX $17.99, and Keith Jarrett, My Song, VG Plus $12.99. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. More 45s. These are $6.99. The first thing we have, it's the Heart of Rock and Roll. Huey Lewis, $6.99. Huey Lewis. How about Eddie Money? I Think I'm in Love. Eddie Money. We've got Saga, Framed, Scandal featuring Patti Smythe from The Warrior, The Middle of the Road, great song from The Pretenders, and Steve Perry from Journey, It's Only Love, and Foolish Heart. Those are all $6.99 there. Those are buy it nows. First thing we have is Clapton's at 35, Peter Frampton 46, Bill Samus out, Aha 7, Aha 7, Aha 8. What's the B-side of Madonna? This is from Vision Quest, of course, Berlin, No More Words. It's actually Berlin, No More Words, and Madonna, Crazy for You. That's pretty interesting. So it's Madonna and Berlin. And Pamela leads this at 11. Now, who was the other bidder? Greg Herman. Greg, let me know if you want back in. Pamela does have that for 11. The first claim here was The Pretenders. That's to Brian Call. Middle of the Road for $6.99. Michelle on Scandal for $6.99. And then Aha Out, Peter Frampton, 50. And we have Steve Perry, It's Only Love for $6.99. Saga is $6.99. Eddie Money, I Think I'm in Love, $6.99. And Huey Lewis, The Heart of Rock and Roll, $6.99. How much was Trampled by Turtles? Trampled by Turtles is a 2013 U.S. no DVD, VG Plus, $49.99. VG Plus, $49.99. All right, let's go back to the top. There's Madonna. He's out. That's sold to Pamela. Well, let me make sure the person who asked the B-side doesn't want to bid. He said, thanks. I take that as a no bid. So Madonna is officially sold to Pamela Yeager for $11. Now Paul Brothers on Steve Perry. That is sold to Paul Brothers for $6.99. You got it. That's sold to you. And now they're still bidding on Peter Frampton. Christopher Dean's about to get Clapton for $35. And Aha is a final call. Take on Me to Brandon Lack for $8. Okay? Now, what a great crate. Let's run that back one more time quickly. I need to go over here and get the New Orleans box, which is just right behind me, but I've kind of got to make a tunnel to get to it. Here's the 45 buy it nows that are coming up. Some good ones. You can see lots of picture sleeves in there, right? Those are coming up. I'm about to sell that. I'm about to sell that. I'm about to sell that. All new auctions, more buy it nows. We got 4 crates of new vinyl tonight, as in new stuff. I've got some more vintage buy it now I want to do. I got some new sealed on sale I want to do, as in buy it now best offer, like the lower crates we call them, the new sealed stuff. Here's some of our 45 auctions I'm about to do, not counting New Orleans. Let me move some of this stuff over. Let me get a good path cleared out of here. Let me move these. Empty crate needs to be moved. And now I can put this big box up here. Aha! I did some shuffling last night, trying to dig around for a box of Funkos I had misplaced, some Simpsons Funkos, and I found a whole box of New Orleans records. They look very interesting, like the Ides of March. So there they are. This will keep us busy for a couple days. This is about a day's worth of auctioning here. So there's that. Let's go ahead and grab one. And let's see what's going on, all right? So these are the buy it nows. Let me not misplace these. I sorted through about 1,000 last night. Most of them were great records, but John's got to put them in sleeves, you know. Now, what happened here? Christopher Dean, Bill Samus did bid 50 on Peter Frampton. So David Johnson, you are out. Let's go ahead and sell Christopher Dean, Eric Clapton for $35. Lyle Lovett. I think you did, Eddie. It was Pontiac, maybe. I probably can find it pretty fast. If my mom, I think that's one of the many text messages my mom sent me today. This is sold to Christopher Dean. Thank you, Christopher Dean. That's sold to you for $35. Brandon Lack gets Aha for $8. Here's the first New Orleans single of the night, The Ides of March from Sundays. I'm going to say my prayers. The sun ain't going to shine anymore. $5 start on that. Peter Frampton, Bill Samus is at $50. And let me know if you want back in David Johnson. The next 45 auction here is, boy, I got one right here I really don't want to sell. I'm going to go ahead and let it go. Man, look at this. Double-sided Rush, Closer to the Heart, a promo copy. Now, I'm going to turn this loose. I hope y'all are very nice to me, okay? Closer to the Heart, a double-sided promo copy. Rush, in the original sleeve from Mercury, a $10 start. Wow. A double-sided promo of Closer to the Heart, $10 start. That's now up for bid. I'm waiting for one person on Peter Frampton, unless he already set out. I hate calling a Japanese without David's word, but Bill Samus has it for $50. I'm about to sell it. Next is, did I already change crates? Oh, I was going to read through these one more time. Also, let's see, Pontiac. Yeah, that's got to be something. Laura Mart. Oh, no, it's Lyle Lovett. Yeah, right here. Eddie, it is a sealed copy for $24.99. A sealed copy for $24.99 with hop sticker. Now, the shrink is broken here, but if you're going to open up to play it, which I know you will, you can cut that open there or just go ahead and take off the shrink wrap. It's essentially brand new for $24.99. All right, one more very fast read through here, okay? Jack Bruce, Silver Rails, VG Plus, $19.99. Buy it now, best offer. Eddie Passera gets Lyle Lovett for $24.99. And we also have Wheeling the Red Rubber Band, EX $14.99. Jim Capaldi, EX $12.99. Harvey Mandel EX, that one was $17.99. James Gang EX $17.99 in shrink wrap. Lewis Paul was VG Plus $12.99. Psychedelic Lollipop EX $22.99 by Blues Magoos. The Doobie Brothers was VG Plus $14.99. And we have San Francisco Medicine Ball, VG $9.99. Rush is at 15 with Rob Gates. The Ides of March is at 8. And I lost David Johnson on this, so I've got to go ahead and sell this for $50. And that's to Bill Samus. Bill Samus, that's sold to you for $50. Thank you, Bill. Let's go ahead and put up another Japanese pressing there. Very odd to lose David Johnson like that in the middle of a Japanese auction. Next was the 5-man electrical band, a white label promo, EX $17.99. Tonto's expanding headband, 0 time. EX $32.99. The Savage 7, this is cream iron butterfly, sealed for $24.99, sealed for $24.99. Oscar Twilight Asylum, sealed for $9.99. And the Shock and Blue, of course, that has their big hit song on it, Venus, which was covered later by Bananarama. Cool 60s record here on Colossus, $24.99. Andrew Shaw on JG for $15, and JG was James Gang. That's sold to Andrew Shaw for $15. Ides of March is sold to Rebecca. Teresa. Hold on a second. Yeah, Teresa Brookshire got Ides of March for $8. Rush is at 18. Sorry, I'm getting my Teresas and Rebecca's and my 8s and my 18s mixed up. Holy moly, what do I have here? This was something I didn't get around to last night. A White Snake slided in. This is going to go up for a $35 start. It's a beautiful copy. It is a U.S. original. Why aren't we selling this on Thursday Night Metal Night? I don't know. But it's a beautiful copy, a retail copy, an original. It does have a saw mark. $35 start. Rebecca on Tonto. Rebecca got Tonto expanding headband. That's right here, and that's sold to Rebecca for $29. Cream, Russell Flynn. That's sold to you for $20. That was a sealed copy. Also, Brian Auger's Oblivion Express. That's $24.99 on Brian Auger. Jethel Tull Stormwatch. This is the Steven Wilson remix, which has a book with it. All these Steven Wilson remixes are really cool. $29.99. The Rush, by the way, is at 18 with Michelle Wagner. If anybody else wants in, now's your time. It's a final call. Also, we have Kings of the Boogie by Canned Heat. Canned Heat is $24.99. $24.99 on Canned Heat. White Snake already has a bid for $40. Billy Preston's $14.99. Keep in mind, this is a buy it now or best offer bin. And as you see, there's nothing we have not made an offer on yet. How about the Best of the Doobie Brothers Volume 2? This is going to go up for a $35 start. The Best of the Doobie Brothers Volume 2. There's the Near Mint Minus LP. There's the insert. There's the other Japanese insert. The inserts do have a little bit of discoloration. The cover, as far as I can see, looks absolutely fine. Best of Doobie Brothers, $35 start. Rush, Mark Renan's in at $20. A promo copy, Near Mint Minus of Closer to the Heart. Now, let's do another buy it now stack. These are all $6.99 each, okay? $6.99 on these. We have the Kinks, Do It Again, Dirty White Boy, and Head Games, back-to-back singles from Foreigner. Elvis Presley, Shake, Rattle, and Roll. Also, Donnie Iris, Aaliyah, Wang Chung, Dance Hall Days, and Bryan Adams, Somebody. Those are all $6.99. And this particular batch is really clean and really nice, okay? Also, the Best of Otis Redding, clear vinyl, $34.99. Sweet Comfort Band, $14.99. Final Call White Snake for $40. Rush is now at $20. We have Chick Corea, $19.99 with Return to Forever, Light as a Feather. Fleetwood Mac Tusk is $29.99. George Benson in Flights, $14.99. Jimi Hendrix Smash Hits is $34.99. Early Steppenwolf, VG Plus $14.99. The Willie Nelson Duets album, VG Plus $14.99. Leo Kottke EX $12.99. And Focus VG Plus $14.99. All right, Brian Call first on the Kinks, $6.99. Brian Call on Donnie Iris. Aaliyah for $6.99. Rebecca second, and Robert got Bryan Adams. That leaves Wayne Chung, Elvis Presley, and the double hit Foreigner record. All right. So the high bid on Rush, is these both for me? Wow, thank you. I got a double delivery from Laura. She must think I need hydration and energy. That's exactly what I need. I hadn't finished my purple juice either. Let me take a moment to reflect on my life. Like Marmalade. Y'all know that song? Reflections of My Life. While I'm reflecting, I'm going to drink some purple juice. All right. Reflections of my life. All right, so first thing we have is Michael Rudolph on Benson for $9.99. Dan Moran on Willie Nelson for $10. And then Rush is sold. I guess I'll do it. That sounds fair to me. Mark Rendon, beautiful copy. That's sold to you for 20. Tusk, 19. I won't do it for 19, but I'll do it for 22, Melanie. 22, and that's yours. And Richard Zeinert on Sweet Comfort for 10. Let's sell that to Richard Zeinert for 10. Whitesnake is sold for 40. 40. And Whitesnake is sold to Michael Peevler for 40. Okay, thank you on that one. And let's go ahead and make the Doobie Brothers. Oh, man, Nico, I just sold it. Nico, I just sold Whitesnake for $40. Sorry. And we have Tusk, a counter offer. And then Nico. Oh, no. Also, your name reminds me of Nico E. Amalava, which has really betrayed the Tennessee Vols right now. And then Melanie Jennings said sold on Tusk for 22. And the Doobie Brothers is a buy it now for $35. The Doobie Brothers, the best of the Doobie Brothers, Volume 2. And Tony McDaniel, to answer your question, yes, we will put your Archie's record in a new sleeve for you. Some of these hadn't really been processed tonight. I grabbed them late last night trying to find some more singles, okay? But yes, I will take care of you. Next thing, well, actually, somebody else will, but I'll make sure that they do take care of you. And if they don't, then I'll get really mad. I'll turn green, and I'll start smashing stuff. Here's our next thing. This is a record, okay? I'm about to put a record up for auction. Hope y'all are ready. If you didn't expect a record to go up for auction, then you are watching the wrong stream. You have somehow found a stream, and you don't know how you've ended up here. And let me open this up. But this one came from Amoeba originally, and they used to take these 45s and like wrap them in anti-nuclear tape. You could drop a bomb on this and it wouldn't phase it. Let me get it out of the plastic. Okay, here we go. This is Hell Suckers Rock and Roll License. That's going to go up for a $5 start. That's next from the New Orleans bin. We have the Doobie Brothers. That's sold to Tim Graham for $35. Also, ELO, a New World Record. That's VG Plus $26.99. Live Electronic Music, VG Plus $74.99. Linda Cohen, EX $17.99. Keith Jarrett, VG Plus $12.99. And Trampled by Turtles, VG Plus $49.99. All right, if anybody else wants anything, let me know. Tim Graham got that, and Hellsuckers has a bid for $5. I don't have Tumbleweed Connection. I don't, but I do have this. I have, going up right now, a beautiful copy of 62 to 66. I think this one's really nice. The Beatles, 62 to 66. The disc is near mint minus and pristine. It has a Japanese insert, or excuse me, it has an inner sleeve. There's disc 2. There's the other insert. Beautiful cover, nice gatefold, just a little bit of humidity spots on this side, but the front and back are really nice, and so is the vinyl. A $35 start, okay? There is Hellsuckers for $5, and Keith Jarrett is sold to Mark Rendon for $10. Wow, what a great bin. I'm going to put this over here. Let's go ahead and start. I feel like we was on that one for a while. Let's go ahead and get into something else right quick. I'm going to put these right over here. That was a buy it now best offer bin. If you saw something else in there and you're like, dang it, I should have bought everything that's left, you still got time. All you got to do is say, dang it, Chad, I'm going to buy everything that's left. And I'll be like, wow, okay. Then we'll blow the air horn and we'll sell everything that's left. That easy, okay? That was a great crate. Now, the red one. Next 45 auctions going up right now. This is going up for auction right now. We had one of these just the other night. This is the Jackson State of Shock with Mick Jagger from you know where, the Rolling Stones. Very nice. It's going to go up for a $7 start. That's now up for bid, okay? All righty. I feel like there was something else I needed to do, but I don't know what, so I won't do it. Let's go through another bin of buy it now best offer right quick, okay? Let me figure out which one I want to do. Is this the one I want to do? And then we're about to show our first crate of new vinyl, probably after this, okay? Here we go. Now. Oh. All right. Here we go. So first is Beatles, that, and that. All right, and then our next single, let's make a Japanese pull over here. And the first thing we have is, I have a Donovan Japanese pressing. Interesting. Donovan's going to go up for a $35 start. This is called 7 T's, a $35 start. Donovan is now up for a $35 start. There's the Japanese insert. There's the inner sleeve. There's the cover and obi. There's Jackson's and Hellsuckers, okay? Now, Beatles at 45, MJ's at 8, Jackson's is at 9. What about Hellsuckers? Still just one bid with Teresa. If that's true, I'm going to go ahead and sell it. And that is so did Teresa for $5. That's so. Did Dragon Force come in? I honestly don't know. I priced everything out the other night, but I hadn't flipped through a single crate. Next thing is the Wanderers. This is going to go up for a $5 start. This is our next New Orleans single, the Wanderers, or excuse me, Wanders. Wanders, maybe. Wanders. That's an A. When is an A pronounced O? Search Party, the John Hall Band. This is sealed for $9.99. Also, Hydra, Rock the World. Hydra is $19.99. Red Polydor label. This is a buy it now or best offer. We have the Incredible String Band, an original 1970 UK. There is some moisture damage to the jacket and some wear. The Incredible String Band, $29.99. Jackson Highway is sealed, $19.99. Sealed Jackson Highway. Also, the Tavares in the City, $9.99. The Power of Joe Simon, $14.99. Very clean, $14.99. Brian Call on Hydra. That is sold to Brian Call. Thank you. Next is Nature's Divine in the Beginning, sealed, a 1979 Funk Disco, $24.99. Aaron Neville, Orchid in the Storm, a 1985 US EP, $9.99. Also, Brian Frail, Ashes and Matchsticks, 1975 promo, $9.99. Neil Young Reactors, an original sealed 81, $29.99. And Charlie Rich is a 1973 white label promo. That's Charlie Rich self-titled. Now, the last bid that came in on the Beatles Red Album was with David V at 45, final call. The Jacksons is at 11 with Jason Boxell, final call. The Wanders is now at 6-7. No bid on Donovan. Final call for 35 on that. Willie Nelson Phases and Stages, $24.99. Willie Nelson Phases and Stages. These were showed a couple nights ago, and now they're buy it now best offer. I think these were shown on Monday. Yeah, these were shown on Monday. Now they're best offer. Quick recap before I take them up front and put them in the bins up front on the store. By the way, if you're local and you come in, everything up front that's vintage and pre-owned is always 25% off. Always. Any day of the week. All of the pre-owned stuff, anytime you come in the store, is 25% off. Tom Waits Small Change is $29.99. This has the original inner sleeve with it as well. We have Jethro Tull Live for $19.99. Also, Eddie Murphy Comedian for $14.99. You can go ahead and make offers on any of these, and I'll probably cut a deal with you. Soft Machine, this is Sessions from 1967, $19.99. And Heart, self-titled, is $24.99. The Jacks is now at 12. Jason Boxell out. The Wanders is at 9 and 9. Let's go ahead and make Donovan a buy it now for $35 if anybody wants this. Donovan is a buy it now for $35 if anybody wants that. This is a buy it now for $35 if anybody wants it. And we have Beatles. The Beatles is sold to David V for $45. This is sold to David V for $45. You actually probably get them cheaper here because I have a light flicked on that says you can make offers. And that's the only thing you have to do. All you got to do is just throw something out there. Some people, but like I said, it's a buy it now or best offer. It's a buy it now or best offer. Now, do you want to wake up in the morning and be like, man, why didn't I just go ahead and buy it now instead of making the offer? You'll be brushing your teeth, looking at yourself in the mirror, asking yourself, why didn't I go ahead and just buy this Heart album instead of making an offer? And Dr. Zebo gets this for $20. And now, no. Brian DeLeon was first. Brian, let me know if you want that for $20. If not, then it's Dr. Zebo, and then it's Brian Call. And what else happened here? MJ is at 12. Wanders is 8. Wanders is 9. Wanders is 9. Wanders 11. Brian DeLeon on Tom for $20. Tom Waits. That is $22. If you wanted Brian, I'll sell it to you for $22. And then next And we have Hart sold to Brian DeLeon for $20. That is sold. Now, the Wanders is at 14. Robert's out. It's between Teresa and anybody else. The Jacksons here is sold to Carol Puckett for $12. And then what was the other record? There was one more thing that got slipped through. The other record, Tony McDaniel, EM. This is Eddie Murphy. Tony McDaniel, that's sold to you for $9. And then this is sold to Brian DeLeon, possibly for $22, okay? Also, Sheila E., The Glamorous Life, $14.99. There's the Wanders. And we have Eurythmics for $19.99. The Hermanos Gutierrez, El Bueno y El Malo, $24.99. That's in shrink wrap. And Tom Petty, Damn the Torpedoes, $34.99. Exceptionally nice copy. Brian also sold on this for $22. Right after that, Mark Rendon said $25. I've already sold it for $22. David Seretna on Sheila E. That's sold to David Seretna. Also, we have Van Ronk. This is a promo. It's a fantastic compilation, $24.99. Waylon Jennings, Dreaming My Dreams. Waylon Jennings is $29.99. Also, we have J.J. Kell, Shades, $24.99 for J.J. Kell. The Wanders. This is now officially sold to Teresa for $14. Looks like the board's completely clear to me. Next Japanese pressing is going up right now, and it's the Beatles. It's a pressing of Magical Mystery Tour. Let's go ahead and put this up for a $35 start. This is a $35 start. We have a Magical Mystery Tour here. It has a book with it. It is completely detached from the gatefold, but it's there. It has a Japanese insert, and it has an original inner sleeve. Magical Mystery Tour is a $35 start. Melanie, Tom Waits, or if that's Tom Petty, that's sold to you for $28. Billy Humphrey on Waylon Jennings, that's sold to Billy Humphrey. I don't have a blue album. John Miller, First Degree Blues, $24.99. The Beatles Magical Mystery Tour is now up for bid. I've also got more buy it nows. These are all $6.99. Berlin, No More Words. Vanity, Mechanical Emotion by Vanity. Katrina and the Waves, Do You Want Crying? Also, Sheena Easton, Strut. Rod Stewart, Infatuation. And Pat Benatar, Hit Me With Your Best Shot. That is all $6.99 on that. All right, now back up to the top. Doctor says he's going to throw a challenge flag on Hart. Hart was Hart was Brian DeLeon, 17, then you offer 20, and then Brian Call. He was first on that one. I went back and double-checked. And then next is JJ a full album? Yes, it is. And then Petty, and then Jason Boxell got Pat Benatar for $6.99. We got Joni Mitchell Mingus. Joni Mitchell's $24.99. And Jeff Beck Wire. This was an exceptionally nice copy, $19.99. Jeff Beck Wire, this is a buy it now best offer. JJ Kell's a complete full album. I can't believe it hadn't already sold like 9 times. Unbelievable. $24.99, still just sitting in there. This is called Van Ronk. It's by Dave Van Ronk. It's called Van Ronk. It's a Gatefold 2 LP with promo stamped labels. $24.99. No other takers on this. These are all $6.99. We still got Rod Stewart, Sheena Easton, Katrina Waves, Vanity, and Berlin. Those are all still available. Next comment is JB, Jeff Beck. That's sold to Jason Boxell for $15. J Giles Live is $19.99. And Rush, speaking of closer to the heart, an OG Farewell to Kings, $34.99. Our next auction is going up right now. It's called the Rain Parade. The Rain Parade. Our next auction, this is going to go up for a $5 start. And no, it's not. This has a severe warp to it. Never mind. And now our next auction, because that one had a severe warp to it, is going to be the Impact. And this is going to go up for a $5 start. And the Satelliters, excuse me. It's the Satelliters. The Satelliters. That's going to go up for a $5 start. Kevin LeBady says he'll take Van Ronk. That's sold. And then we have Rush sold to Rebecca for $29. Dennis Jackson, $20 on J.J. Kell. Also, we have Savoy Brown, Jack the Toad, $19.99. April Wine, The Whole World's Going Crazy. April Wine is in shrink wrap, $19.99. Bradley, I've already sold Rush for $29. Our next auction is going up right now. It's the Rolling Stones, and this is Undercover of the Night, the picture sleeve, And this is going to go up for a $7 start. $7 start on that. This is Blues Guitar Blasters, $19.99 compilation, classic stuff there, $19.99. April Wine Soda Brian Call, also Leo Kottke Ice Water, $14.99 on Leo Kottke, and Jimmy Buffett A1A. Jimmy Buffett's $19.99, A1A, gatefold, very nice, $19.99 on that, and BG's Trafalgar is $19.99. There's the Satelliters, there's Undercover. The Beatles had no bids, unbelievable, $35 buy now, a near mint minus and pristine Japanese pressing for $35. Just want to make sure everybody still watching has a pulse. Go ahead and grab your wrist. Make sure you can feel beats. If so, then you need to type in the comments Beatles sold, exclamation point. Otherwise, you may need to go see a doctor. Next record is Clearwater Revival, CCR, commonly abbreviated Chugolin, $34.99, CCR, $34.99, and Wet Willie Dixie Rock, $19.99 for Wet Willie. Also, The Best of Faces, Snakes and Ladders, $34.99. Rolling Stones, a final call to Robert Warner for $7. The Satelliters has a new bid for $6. Teresa Brookshire, you're out. Ryan Eaton does have a heartbeat. He said he'll take the Beatles for $35. Dr. Zebo was second. All right, let me clear up a few no bids over here. I've got quite the pile already. Let me clear this up. Let me move this warped record out of the way, and that way I can get a stack of non-payments, or not non-payments, no bids over here a little bit closer to me. And some of these amazing picture sleeves we might read through again, okay? We have Trafalgar, and it's pronounced Trafalgar. You know, I looked that up, and they said it could go both ways. Temptations, puzzle people. Temptations is $19.99. Also, Jerry Lee Lewis, Rare Tracks, $19.99 on Jerry Lee Lewis. And John Mayall, The Turning Point, $26.99 on John Mayall, The Turning Point. Next thing I have here, it's going up for auction right now. It is the story of Dracula, Wolfman, and Frankenstein. And boy, this is the original. This is our first tagged auction of the night. It's an original 1975 sealed copy of the Dracula, Wolfman, Frankenstein record from Power Records. Neil Adams artwork, the classic, $35 start. That's now up for bid. Rolling Stones is sold to Robert Warner for $7. Elton John Friends is $19.99. And Jethro Tull Warchild is $19.99. Bungle in the Jungle. The Satelliters is at $7. Satelliters are $8. And Pete Townsend's $14.99. Next Japanese auction. I feel like we had one of these the other night, didn't we? I feel like we had one of these the other night. This is going to go up right now for a $35 start. This is California Jam 2. There's LP number 1. There's LP number 2. There's the book. Didn't we have one of these the other night with this really cool sticker sheet? I think y'all remember this, right? There's the sticker sheet. Very cool with Aerosmith, Hart, Ted Nugent, Morrell Smith, Mahogany Rush, Santana, gatefold cover of Obi, and this is going to go up for a $45 start. Next comment was, what was the Wet Willie again? Dixie Rock. Wet Willie is $19.99. $19.99. Do you have new vinyl to show? I've got 4 crates. Yes, 4 crates of new vinyl. Harry Belafonte, Jerry Stone's on the edge of his seat. He is ready to see some brand new vinyl coming very soon. I'm working there as fast as I can. Belafonte returns to Carnegie Hall. This is a gatefold 2 LP. This is RCA Victor Orange labels, no condition notes, $29.99. California Jam 45, another bid for $45. And we have Don McLean for $9.99. Tony McDaniel on Wet Willie. That's sold to Tony McDaniel for $15 if you want it. Not $10. I'll sell it to you for $15. John Baldry's $26.99. Bob Dylan Self-Portrait. This is a gatefold 2 LP. $49.99 for Bob Dylan Self-Portrait. Next is Satelliters. This is a final call to Teresa for $9. William Dragovich, back out to you. Let me know if you want back in. Our next single here is the old Banana Splits. The Banana Splits. This is the original. The vinyl's like in VG or less grade. The sleeve has some wear and some writing, but a very collectible record. Kellogg's Banana Splits, a $10 start on that. Deep Purple Burn is $34.99. And Harry Nilsson, Son of Schmilson, with insert Harry Nilsson's $24.99. Everything in that bin is buy it now or best offer. We have Cal Jam, 45.45, Tide, Wet Willie's, 15 if Tony wants it, Sad Lighters, Banana Splits, and Wolfman Frankenstein record. I have a feeling like the feed is jammed up or something because I hadn't seen a comment in a couple minutes. 4 crates came in today. They're all priced and ready to show. I'm about to start working those in along with the other stuff. Just so everybody knows, we try to start around 5 o'clock. Discounts and auctions are being shown always for the first couple hours, okay? In case you didn't know that by now, if you get on anywhere between 5 when I start and 7, it's typically, far as the bins, is probably going to be stuff you've already seen. Could I start showing new stuff immediately? Yes, I have before, but I have seen some people ask, when's the new stuff being shown? When's the new stuff? We usually start rolling the auctions around 7 o'clock, okay? And we are definitely completely disconnected from Restream right now, so let that reload so I can see everybody's comments. I'm sure y'all can still hear me, so in the meantime, I'm just going to keep reminding you of that. However, I've been known to go ahead and show new vinyl at 5:30. The reason I don't show it at 5:30 is because the last time I showed new vinyl at 5:30, like almost nothing sold. And then if I show it again and people already knows it's been shown, almost nothing sells, and then I'm like stuck with a lot of inventory. It always sells better when everybody's watching it for the first time, everybody can see it for the first time, and everybody can buy it for the first time. It's just a curse. If I show vinyl once and then I'm showing it again, it's already kind of been shown. It's like nobody wants it anymore. All right. Yeah, we've been booted out of Restream. Let me try to reconnect. My phone just got kicked out too. Let me see what's going on over here. All right, so let me log in right quick. I don't see it popping up on the screen either. That's not good. Let's see here. But we do immediately start with new auctions every night. New auctions are immediately shown every night. Brand new stuff, just FYI. Okay. See if we've reconnected there. Still no connection. Give me 1 second. I can't see anything y'all are saying. The last 7 minutes, doesn't matter what y'all have seen or said, I can't see any of it. Nothing. I am blind to anything y'all said. Okay? It'll catch back up in just a second. Let me see if I need to log back in over here on my main computer. Streaming, key time frame. Let's see here. I don't want to refresh this. Is it back up? Nope, still not. Pete Townsend. Offers, questions. All right, let me jump over here and see what it looks like. 1 second. Let me jump over here. Test, Dracula, Orphan. All right. I'm going to have to give it 1 more second. Usually it's connected by now. It's very weird that I got booted out of everything. Let's see what's going on over here. Let's open up dashboard. Streaming, connected, everything working. All right, let me turn, let's see. Let me go back here. 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. Was that it? Maybe? Connect. It's trying to connect to Facebook. Give me 1 second. Nope, no Facebook. All right. All right, and then still no Facebook. Let me open back up dashboard. Let me go back. I think we've lost Facebook for the night, or for the moment. Let me try to turn this back on. Turn this off. Mm-hmm. Let me click on this. Nothing yet, huh? Right, I'm gonna have to reset the feed then. All right. Let me try this. And nope, it's not gonna connect. It's lost it. All right, I'm gonna have to restart the feed. I'll be back in 5 minutes.